All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another awesome webinar. My name is Jessica Nunez. I'm the Youth Program Manager at the Newark Museum of Art. And today we have a super special guest. Her name is Vanessa Varela. And her handle, just keep an eye on her handle, Beauty Check. She's this wonderful MUA. She's Newark based. And we're super excited to have a tutorial for you for La Catrina inspired makeup. Throughout the day, you've heard us talk a little bit about La Catrina and what it symbolizes and the importance to Day of the Dead. And so I'm going to switch over to Spanish for a second. Bienvenidos. Gracias por compartir el día con nosotros. Hoy tenemos a Vanessa Varela que nos va a enseñar un poquito de cómo pintarnos la cara inspirado por La Catrina. So Megan, if you could click the next slide. Awesome. So while we get started, I'm going to encourage everyone to go and gather some of these materials. You don't need to have all of these. So please follow along and make sure to post your pictures and hashtag NMOA Día de los Muertos. Vamos a dar un ratito para que vayan a recoger todos los materiales. Y igual, no necesitan tenerlos todos, pero si es que se sienten inspirados, tómense fotos y usen el hashtag NMOA, Día de los Muertos. So we're just going to hold it up for a few minutes. Vanessa, could you tell us a little bit about you while everyone's gathering their materials?
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, I'm so delighted to be here with you all. This is such a blessing for me. So I'm Vanessa Varela, 29 years old, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. I am a professional makeup artist, also a licensed cosmetologist and expert skin therapist. This is what I do for a living, and this is my passion, creating beautiful artworks and to actually be involved with Dia de los Muertos is an honor. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. I just want to remind everyone, and I think Mano a Mano touched on it a little bit, as well as the reading we had earlier in the morning, that everyone celebrates Dia de los Muertos a little bit differently. I'm from Ecuador, and something that we do is we make food, so colada morada, and guaguas de pan, so also bread. But the way we celebrate is we go to the cemetery, clean around, make it look beautiful, and then bring food and celebrate the loved ones that have passed. I hope by now you got your supplies and you got your material. Megan, you want to show them the inspiration? Beautiful. So Vanessa did this the other day and it's so breathtaking. I don't think I can do it in half an hour, like 35 minutes. So I'm going to be doing half of my face. And you're going to be following Vanessa and she's going to walk us step by step. So let's see one more. Beautiful. And again, these are La Catrina inspired makeup looks. All right. I think we're ready. You ready to take it away, Vanessa?
Yes, I am. And I also wanted to add to, don't feel overwhelmed by the look at all. I want you all to interpret it your way. Just take inspiration from my look, but without further ado, we'll go from there.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to follow along as well. Go ahead.
Okay, so first things first, I think we should get the easiest part done, which would be the white base. This is a white water base face paint. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take a nice dense fluffy brush. We have to wet it, of course. This is white water base, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet it. And mind you, usually, you know, when you're doing a look, you want to set it with a primer first. I don't want to do that just because I don't know how the white base is going to set with the primer on. So I'm going to avoid that step. But you can see I'm going right in and I'm going to get the whole face painted nice and white. This doesn't have to be perfect at all.
If you have any questions for Vanessa and I, you should see, if you're on Zoom, you should see the Q&A feature at the bottom. And if
Yes.
you're watching on Facebook, leave a comment and we'll make sure to get back to you.
Oh, yes, please do. I would love to answer any questions you may have. And this is super easy. And the bigger the brush, the denser the brush, the easier it's going to be for you. And then the motions I'm using,
Brushes.
I'm kind of like stippling it on first and then lightly blending it around the face. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to avoid the eye area just because we're going to go in with black eyeliner. So that's going to just defeat the purpose. So just like this. And then after we're done with this, we're going to want to set this with a translucent powder. That way this doesn't get all over the place. It doesn't smudge. It's not going to budge on us. And if you don't have translucent powder, you can also use a white eyeshadow and it'll do the same effect. I love that technique.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm focusing.
Right? Let's see. Now the nose, we're gonna also paint it black, but I feel like if we get the nose covered with white, it'll make it pop a little more. So that's it. I think I'm done with the white. We don't want to overdo it. Now I'm gonna take my translucent powder. And now I'm gonna take a nice fluffy brush, just like this. Now I'm gonna go into the powder, remove any excess powder, and then I'm just gonna press it on to the skin, just so we can set the white base. Now this does get messy. It might get on your clothing.
Do you have any tips on how not to get it on your clothes?
It's gonna get on the clothing. I do recommend afterwards, honestly, you could just like wipe it and it goes away. Either wipe it or you can use like a makeup wipe, a baby wipe to remove the rest of it, but it comes off easily.
I think if you don't touch it, you can just shake it off.
Yeah, exactly. Shake it off and you're good to go.
All right.
And also while I'm setting the white base, I'm not applying a lot of pressure just because you don't want to move it around.
Right.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so now here comes the fun part. So I'm gonna take, you can take any liner you like, whether it's pencil, you can also use liquid, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna actually go in with a pencil liner first, make sure it's nice and sharpened. And what you're gonna do, you're actually gonna follow your natural shape of the eye.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go in exactly from where your eyebrow starts, and we're just gonna start and going around and following that shape. Now don't worry about it being perfect or anything like that, because that's not the look we're going for. We just want this to inspire this beautiful day. and honor our loved ones who have passed.
Vanessa, are we going to be using the same liner to draw our nose? The outline of our
You
nose?
can, yes, you can. Or if you wanted to make it more defined, I would go in with a liquid liner. You're gonna see me go in between both.
Okay. Vanessa, someone wants to know what was the name of the product, the white paint that you used?
The white paint that I used was from Mayron. It is the Paradise Makeup AQ face and body makeup.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. But honestly, even if you don't have that, if you don't have a white base and you still want to go for the same look, you can use like a very pale foundation and it'll give you the same effect.
What about grease paints?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But be careful with grease paints because if you're not going to set them, they might get a little messy.
Okay.
All right. So just like this, very easy, very simple. Now we want to black out the eye completely. Again, I'm going to go in with Mayron's Paradise AQ base. This is black. This is water-based again, so I'm going to spray it. You can actually wet it with a little water. Right now, I'm actually using this Fix Plus spray from MAC Cosmetics. So I'm going to take that and I'm going in with a nice dense eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to put this all over the eye. I love using these because you really get a nice deep pigmentation.
Yeah, you have awesome coverage there.
Thank you. I mean, you can also, like I said, you don't have to use this product. You can use liquid liner. You can use black eyeshadow. Make the best of what you have.
I think what's really fun about these looks is just getting creative, right?
Absolutely. That's
And,
what I'm saying.
and
Just
just remembering that you're being inspired by.
absolutely, yes. That's what I always like to say, just get that inspiration and create your own beautiful artwork.
I think we have another question.
Oh, yes.
This one's in Spanish. Dice, hola, una pregunta. Soy de Colombia. ¿Dónde puedo conseguir esta pintura blanca que pigmenta bien? So for that, if you're shopping online, I would check out Amazon. Amazon has a range of Menron, as well as Graftobian, which are stage makeup. Para nuestra compañera que nos mandó un mensaje desde Colombia, saludos. Puedes encontrar muchas de estas
Hola.
pinturas en Amazon. Let's see. Vanessa, do you have any tricks to make this really round? Is it your brush?
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to really make it really round. You want to more so just follow your eye shape. So it doesn't have to be super round. It doesn't have to be perfect. But what I do recommend as far as defining, just make sure you're using a nice dense brush, like a flat brush around the edges.
Okay.
And that should help you out with that.
Are we setting this with another shadow?
Actually, with this, no, we're gonna leave it alone
Okay.
for the time being, just because you can make it your own. So what I'm gonna do after this, I'm actually gonna add like a nice glitter on top of it. If you're not, then yes, you can set it with a black eyeshadow.
Okay.
But if you're not, you can feel free. You can use a nice glitter. You can add in some gold,
Ooh,
some rhinestones, whatever you like.
let's see.
But that's all I'm doing for now.
Okay.
But you can see, like, if you want, I'm actually gonna go in with a nice like copper shimmer. So I'll go in with a nice coppery color
Oh, nice. Okay.
and I'll set it with that. But
Okay.
you can use whatever you like, you know. If you're gonna leave the eyes fully blacked out, then you can just use that black eyeshadow to set it.
While Vanessa's doing her eyeshadow, I just want to tell you that a lot of the colors on La Catrina makeup do have some special symbols. There's
Yes.
symbolism. The black and the white, ghost and skeleton, red, symbols of love. You have the marigolds, right? That orangey yellow color that it's a friendly reminder, helping guide your loved ones back so you can celebrate on that day. So every color that you're putting on your face has a meaning. So I do want to encourage you to make it as colorful as possible, but I'm obsessed with the copper color that
Right?
yes, that Vanessa has in her original picture that we posted earlier. And we'll make sure to post that image again, both on our Instagram stories, but also have it up at the very end so you can see the completed look and also Vanessa's completed look.
Oh, yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in just to finish up the eye for now with a shadow brush again. This is a fluffy brush, but it's still a flat brush. And I'm gonna go in with a nice coppery shimmer and put that right on top of it.
Oh, we have some more questions. Keep them coming, guys.
Excuse me.
Someone just want to say, just say hello, sending you lots of love.
Hello.
Vamos a hablar un poco más en español. Gracias por hacerme acuerdo. Bueno, ahorita que hemos estado ya, la cara está blanco, nos hemos delineado los ojos con un delineador negro, puede ser lápiz, puede ser en piel, o puede ser la misma pintura. Nos hemos hecho la línea siguiendo la ceja y no tiene que ser un círculo perfecto. No hemos puesto nada de polvo en lo negro, solo hemos aplicado las sombras. Y igual, el color de sombra puede ser lo que tengas disponible. I'm going to keep adding. Voy a seguir agregando las sombras para que esté bien opaco el color. Les recuerdo que estamos festejando y celebrando todo el día con el Museo de Newark. Únanse a nosotros, nuestras páginas en Instagram y en el Facebook. Pueden seguir todos los webinars que tenemos disponibles hoy en día. Y si es que alguien de tu familia se perdió, it's okay. Vamos a tener un playlist con todos los videos de hoy.
That's gonna be amazing to look back on.
I'm really excited. There's a Mano a Mano was really interesting this morning, and I know I have a few friends who have babies and little kids who are excited to go back and watch the reading we had with the Newark Public Library. Oh, we have
Oh, I love that.
question. The question, could you specify? It says, do you know how we would be able to see both of you? If you're watching on a phone or on an iPad and you registered via Zoom, you have to swipe. I hope that's what you meant. You have to swipe. If you're on Facebook, it should automatically show us a side by side, I think. I believe we have a side by side right now. If not, whenever we talk, that person will be highlighted, but it should have a side by side. Let me see. Oh, I see. I'm looking at our Facebook feed. Let's see. Megan, is there any way that we can have a side by side?
I just changed our settings, so let's see if that fixes. Sometimes Facebook takes a moment to catch up.
Awesome. Okay, someone just said thank you. It works now on Zoom. Great. So you should be able to see it side by side. Vanessa, our expert MUA, quick fire. Her face has already been blocked out in white, and then she's outlined both of her eyes, and now she's filling in her eyeshadow. Si es que recién se han unido a nuestro video, Vanessa ya se ha pintado la cara en blanco, se ha delineado los ojos, ha hecho los círculos con el lápiz y ahorita está agregando color con sombras. Y creo que ya mismo vamos al próximo paso. Vanessa, for everyone who's watching us, what's going to be our next step?
So our next step, I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to resharpen my pencil.
Okay.
And now I want to create that nice like flower effect around the eye. Okay. It's optional. I would love to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead with my pencil.
So you guys have to forgive us. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but when you're doing your makeup in the morning, you're there for a minute, holding your breath, yes. Trying to make sure that your eyeliner doesn't go all over your face. Entonces, el próximo paso va a ser el diseño de flores de los pétalos alrededor del ojo, usando el mismo lápiz. So we're going to be using the same pencil to make that design.
Yes.
All right. And actually, this is a great trick because I've done it before with a brush, and it is really hard.
Super hard. I find this is the easiest way to do it, actually. Because you can do it with like a liquid liner, and again, you'll be there all day trying to perfect it. And as you can see, it's not perfect and it doesn't have to be. That's what's amazing about this day, is that you can create your own Katrina skull in your special way.
Vanessa, we are going to go fill these back in. So if you made a mistake, you can add color to it, and the color will fit it, right?
Yes. So don't worry if it's not perfect, because after this, we're actually going to go back in with our water-based black paint and just quickly fill that in. It does not have to be perfect at all.
All right, I think I have to make this one a tiny bit bigger. All right, let's see. Do you, all of you guys cry a little when your when your eyeliner breaks?
I was actually tearing a little.
Let's see. All right, so we can go ahead and fill them in.
Yes, absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right.
I'll be right there with you.
If you saw Vanessa at the beginning, she colored her face white so quickly. This is why I'm doing half of my face, everyone. And the easiest way to do this is if you have a rounded kind of flat, it
Yes,
gets flat as you're going, but you can have one that's round in different sizes that'll sort of help you out, fill them in.
exactly. That's a perfect brush, Jess.
Thank you. I told myself I was going to try to be tidy, but there's powder. There's powder
Oh,
everywhere.
trust me.
There's powder everywhere.
When creating a look, you're always going to be left with a nice, messy table.
I want to just remind everyone to please share your pictures, your
Yes.
inspiration. Tag at Beauty Chick. Tag at the NARC Museum of Art. I put my handle right next to my name as well. I do also want to encourage you, listen, if you're not up to putting all of this on your face, but you still want to celebrate, the NARC Museum of Art has created this beautiful filter for today in celebration of Dia de los Muertos. So inspired by La Catrina makeup. So you'll have a filter on your face. Make sure, again, you use hashtag NMOA, Dia de los Muertos. Si es que ustedes no desean pintarse la cara, el Museo de NORC ha creado un filter para Instagram que también fue inspirado por este maquillaje. Así que, por favor, compartan, usen el hashtag NMOA, Día de los Muertos. En Facebook vamos a poner en el chat para que puedan compartir más tarde. See, look at Vanessa. So quick.
I saw that filter and it's gorgeous.
Thank you. My favorite one is the colorful one.
I love it. Yes, me too. I am obsessed with colors, if you couldn't tell already. And I cannot wait to see everybody's creations.
I want to encourage everyone to make sure you follow Vanessa at Beauty Chick. It has 2 Ys. She also has this wonderful studio here in Newark. I'm obsessed with her stories. I watch all of her skincare stories. So make sure to check them out.
Thank you, Jess.
You're so welcome.
Yes, my studio is actually located right in the Forest Hill section.
While we're coloring in the rest of the flower, I just want to remind everyone that the next live webinar is going to be Let's Eat Celebrating Dia de los Muertos. So if you can throw down the kitchen and you're really excited to make some yummy food, this is the webinar for you. We're going to have a special guest, a professional chef, and I won't tell you her name just yet. I hope you watch and you tune in. Quiero recordarles que después de este tutorial vamos a tener otro programa. Se llama Vamos a comer celebrando el Día de los Muertos. Vamos a tener a un chef que va a hacer unas demostraciones inspiradas por las comidas mexicanas, celebrando y festejando este día. So again, all of the countries that celebrate Day of the Dead, celebrated a little bit differently. So I'm excited to see some of the food that our chef is going to be sharing later.
Now, Jess, question. What is your favorite food to make for this beautiful day?
So I was lucky enough to have my grandma, when some of my friends and colleagues met my grandma last year, pre-COVID. I feel like we have to address everything as pre-COVID.
Correct.
And while she was here, we were able to celebrate, and I haven't celebrated in a very long time. She made colada morada, which is a drink, and it has so many ingredients. I had no idea it had all of these ingredients. But one of the ingredients is pineapple, and it's actually very tasty, and it's very filling. And you also make guaguas de pan, and guaguas is a Quechua word used in Ecuador and in some other countries as well. that is the word for baby or child. So you make little figures of bread and you eat it together. So that's my
That's
favorite.
awesome.
Do you have a favorite thing to make?
Well, honestly, I I love so many things. And my family, my mother, I'm actually half Salvadorian and half Puerto Rican. My mother's Puerto Rican and my dad's Salvadorian.
Okay.
But our favorite dish that we like to make are pupusas. And
Ooh.
my mother learns how to make them from scratch. And they are the best.
You know, that's one of my favorite things about today is that it's for the family all around, right? So
Yes.
you have someone in the kitchen, you have activities going on, and much like some of our earlier panelists said, this is, even though COVID is happening, this is a very kind of private, and everyone celebrates it a little bit different. For me, one of my other favorite things to do is just share stories of the family members that we're honoring and remembering on those days, right? I'm going to
I
switch
think
over
that's
to Spanish
beautiful.
for a second. Vanessa me estaba contando que es del Salvador y puertorriqueña, ¿sí?
Yes.
Oh,
Sí.
ya, estamos conversando un poquito de la comida. La comida favorita de Vanessa para este día es cocinar pupusas con su mamá. Y para mí, si es que son ecuatorianos, dejen un mensaje ahí en el chat. A mí bueno, me gusta observar porque mi abuelita fue la que, la que hizo la colada morada. Y mucha gente también hace guaguas de pan. Si es que no saben, la palabra guagua en quechua es child o niño. Así que son figuritas de pan. I think we have another one. Vanessa, could you hold up the paint, the white paint?
Oh, yes.
I have a different water paint, but I like yours better. That one had nicer coverage. So Menron Paradise. These are
I
body
don't know if
paint.
you guys can really see it. Yeah, it says Mayron Paradise Makeup AQ. Fun fact, I actually worked with Mayron back in 2015.
Nice.
They were having a Halloween contest. Has nothing to do with today, but I wanted to mention they had a Halloween contest.
All of these large stage makeup, body makeup companies, if you're interested and you're all about makeup, check out their handles as well on Instagram. They tend to have contests where you actually win money.
Yes,
But the best way to kind of hone in your skills is just to practice. So today,
absolutely.
practice, and then, don't worry about messing up. See, some of mine aren't super perfect. We're gonna add some color to it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna add my nose part now.
Yes, you can add your nose now. I'm
You have to
going.
forgive me. I have a mirror. I keep looking side to side and make sure that I'm doing it correctly.
I'm going back in with that water base makeup in black because I already did my nose with that. Now I'm gonna create my spider web for my forehead. And let me just add that you can add whatever you want. You can add whatever you want.
I'm modifying, everyone. Estoy modificando. Cogí un pincel que está un poquito muy grande. Así que modifiquen. Mis líneas no están perfectas, pero eso no importa.
Exactly.
Oh, y quiero que me hagan un favor, voten en el chat si es que me dejo la cara pintada o me lo quito para el próximo evento.
Oh no, you have to leave it on.
Let us know in the Q&A and in the chat if I should keep having my face painted this way for our next event. Vanessa says yes.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. My lines are a little thick.
And that is okay. So if you had a question or if you were curious on what brush I'm using,
Yes.
I am using a nice, tiny,
Okay.
so, I mean, there's different
There's
sizes,
so
but
many different ones.
this is a perfect one to use because it's not gonna get like too thick on you, you know?
Okay. I think I'm going to switch it up. Nuestra familia en el Facebook chat está diciendo que me lo debo dejar en la cara.
Yes.
Let's see. What are some other opinions? Oh, we have more Q&As. Let's see. Deja ver. Oh, some of my students are watching. Hi, Chinaza.
I love
Keep
it.
on. Nice. All right. The consensus is that it stays on.
I love it.
All right. Vanessa, do you have a secret beside the brush to make the web?
You can also use black eyeliner, honestly. That might be a little easier for
Guys, I'm
you.
going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use the black eyeliner. And
That
then I'm
might be a
gonna go
little
over it.
easier. Yes.
A million times easier. Success.
Perfect. I'm glad that worked for you.
Yeah, I should have grabbed that to begin with. I grabbed the wrong brush.
That's why it's always good to have many different brushes to choose from.
I wish I could show you guys my setup. I have
Oh,
so many things on this table. I think too many. Too
same.
many.
Same here, Jess.
Vanessa, can I add more eyeshadow to the petals?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Make it your own. If you want to add eyeshadows, glitter, you can add beautiful rhinestones, which I'm
I do
actually going to
have
go
rhinestones.
in with some rhinestones.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with the web, I am going to start on my lips.
Okay.
And then I'll start adding the rhinestones.
All right. Okay, so now I know what our game plan is. Para todos los que están sintonizándose ahorita, lo que va a hacer Vanessa próximo está terminando el web aquí en la frente. Luego va a hacer los labios y va a usar un poquito de glitter, un poquito de brillo para énfasis. A few of our people on the chat are asking to reshare that hashtag. Sure, our hashtag for today, where you can reshare all your images of this, of your face makeup, as well as who you're honoring and remembering today. If you want to post a little video, share images, hashtag NMOA, Dia, D-I-A, D-D-E, Los, L-O-S, Muertos, M-U-E-R-T-O-S. ¿Ok? Si es que desean compartir con nosotros sus imágenes, sus fotos, a quién están recordando hoy, usen el hashtag NMOA, Día de los Muertos. We have a few people shouting out, Vanessa saying hello in the chat. So nice to see everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
All right. I feel like the look isn't complete without red lipstick, so I'm going with red lipstick.
Perfect.
If you are obsessed with red lipstick like I am, I'm using the Fenty Beauty.
I love Fenty.
Yes, and this one is uncensored. It looks so good on so many people.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful color. All right. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. So while that's drying, I'm going to also do my lips. I'm actually going to go in with a black eyeliner to line my lips. Now, Jess, if you want to also add some black liner after, you can.
Okay. All right, I think we have a few comments on Facebook. Thank you, Gloria, for posting our hashtag. If you know, when you put on red lipstick, sometimes it gets on your teeth.
Oh, yes. I actually have a trick for that.
Show us the trick.
The trick is you can actually take a piece of tissue, and what you're gonna do, you can like wrap it around your finger.
Okay.
And all you're gonna do, yep. Take it, wrap it around your finger.
Okay.
And you're gonna go like that. And that prevents you from getting.
It's not on my teeth.
Perfect. That prevents you from getting. I used to get it all the time. I don't know if it's true or not, but they say when you get lipstick on your teeth, that means that you're in love or somebody loves you.
All right, that's a good one. There's right? Teeth all the time. All right, I'm typing in our comments on our Facebook page, the Newark Museum of Art. The lipstick for everyone is Fenty Beauty Uncensored. Let me just make sure I'm getting it right. Oh, there we are.
And I'm actually using a liquid lipstick as well. This one that I'm using is from Anastasia Beverly Hills and American Doll.
Very nice. Oh, I think we have some more. Thank you, Amber. She says she likes both of our looks.
Thank you.
All right, Vanessa, I already forgot what our next step was.
Rhinestones.
The rhinestones, okay.
Yeah, you can, next step, you can pick either the rhinestones, or if you like, you can start making the lines across the lips.
Guys, I like a good little trick. I'm cheating a little bit. So I found these awesome rhinestones that come in.
I love that.
So you can cut them on Amazon.
That's perfect, Jess.
Thanks. Yeah, so I'm totally cheating, guys. This is one piece. I'm putting that on my chin.
That is such a smart idea.
So I know, Vanessa, in your original, you drew out the petals, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do that right after the rhinestones. That is perfect.
Ok, escuchen, chicos, si es que quieren hacer un poquito de cheat conmigo, usen, encontré estos brillitos en Amazon, son para la cara, ya vienen con goma y se pegan nomás en la cara, o pueden dibujar los pétalos. Vanessa les va a enseñar cómo dibujar los pétalos. Ahorita se está rellenando los pétalos que se hizo alrededor del ojo. Vanessa, what are you using to color in, to kind of add that highlight? Is that also the paint?
The highlight where, Jess?
Right in your petals. The color you're putting in your petals.
Oh, so this is actually not color. I'm actually going in with some lash glue.
Oh.
Because I'm going to start adding rhinestones on top of the petals to give it a nice pop.
Very
I'm
nice.
going to go right in now.
I'm going to have to get a scissor. We'll do that at the very end, but we're going to keep it there. And I don't have any loose rhinestones, but I think I'm going to go back in with some body paint.
Perfect. And what you can do too, say if you have like a metallic shadow
Okay.
and you want it to pop, you can actually wet your brush with like a little water
Ooh.
or setting spray and then
That's
go in with, yes, that's perfect. And then go into the eyeshadow and it'll make it like nice and metallic.
all right. Let's try the trick now. I'm really obsessed with the copper color. I think I'm just gonna keep it copper.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. All right.
And
So
even if you wanted to enhance the copper, you would do it the same way.
So everyone, I've wet my brush. He mojado la brocha con el setting spray. Puede ser esto, puede ser agua. Y vamos a usar las sombras. Y cuando mezclamos se hace como la pintura que estábamos usando en la cara, ¿no? De agua. I think I have to add some white to my black.
It looks beautiful already.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Vanessa, are the rhinestones you're using specific for face?
Well,
For like
these rhinestones actually, I'm very picky when it comes to rhinestones, to be honest. Just because if I'm using a rhinestone, I want it to be very nice and sparkly and crystal-like. So I
Okay.
love to use Swarovski crystals for the
Oh,
main
she's
part.
fancy. You have Swarovski crystals on your face?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So for the most part, if you check out my Instagram, I like to do a lot of crystallized looks. Those are the crystals that I usually use. Another option is Michael's. They have awesome crystals too.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna use some crystals that I got from Michael's too that are very nice and pretty. And these were only like $4 for the pack.
Oh, nice. Okay. Guys, I'm totally hacking it. Amazon. Swarovski crystals. That's beautiful. But the thing is, you'll also see the luminosity of the crystals when you take a photograph. So
correct.
If you want an Instagram worthy moment, Swarovski is the way.
And don't just think if you use them for, a look, you can't reuse them. You can absolutely reuse your crystals. Yes.
Save your crystals.
Yes, please.
All right.
And I also wanted to show you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to show you this cool tool that I have. If you are gonna go in with like crystals one by one, this is actually used for nails to pick up like nail crystals. But when I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver.
So
if not, you have to
pick them up.
It picks them up right away. Yes.
Nice. So for everyone watching, we have another 6 minutes or so on our feed. Again, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for coming. Make sure you share who you're remembering today using the hashtag NMOA, Día de los Muertos. Si es que recién si es que recién nos están viendo, disculpe que el español viene y va, depende del día. Por favor, compartan a quién están celebrando y recordando. Si es que están celebrando en familia, compartan sus tradiciones. I just want everyone to take a good look, a close-up of Vanessa's makeup there.
If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm getting done now putting these crystals on. I'm gonna finish up with a nice little flower.
Oh, okay. Vanessa, do we add any lines by the lips, or are we leaving the lips blank?
Yes, I would add the lines, start adding the lines.
Okay.
Absolutely. That'll give us that nice skull effect.
All right, guys, I'm going to add my lines as well.
My background. Here we go. Oh, flower fell. It's okay. Here we go.
After I add the line on my mouth, am I adding other lines, other vertical lines?
Yes, absolutely.
Someone wants to know, what did you use? This is from our Facebook. Thank you for those comments. Keep them coming. Someone on Facebook wants to know, what did you use to stick the rhinestones on?
So this, you can get this on Amazon. You can basically search for it under rhinestone nail applicator and it'll pop up. And all you do is sharpen it. It's kind of like waxy.
Oh, okay. So she's using a waxy tool, and then what she put on beforehand, I don't know if you saw when she was going really fast, dotting around her eye, she used eyelash glue, you said, right?
Yes, eyelash glue,
Okay.
correct.
Entonces, para pegar los cristales, está usando goma que se usa para las pestañas postizas. Y se deja que se seque un poquito y luego está usando ese palito para coger cada cristal. Vanessa va a terminar el look agregando las líneas cerca de la boca y dibujando los pétalos aquí abajo. O igual pueden usar cristales. So she's just going to finish up adding those lines, right? To kind of emphasize that skull look. And then at the very bottom, she's going to add some decorative petals. So again, this is where you want to add your colors.
And if you like, you can also add like a nice blush to the cheeks too, to make the skull more vibrant.
And what's the trick with that, Vanessa? So we don't muddy up our colors on our face.
I like to go in with a nice like powder. You can use eyeshadow. I actually use eyeshadow for my previous look. And you can go right in with a nice bright orange or pink and use a nice fluffy brush and lightly hit the face.
All right. All right, guys, we're going to be ending in another 2 minutes. So we're taking any last minute questions, comments, and on the Facebook, remember to go in the comment area or in our Q&A feature on Zoom. Ya solo nos faltan, amigos, 2 minutos para terminar. Les recuerdo que Vanessa solo está agregando lo último, los pétalos y las líneas en los labios. Si es que tienen preguntas, envíenos sus preguntas en el Q&A aquí en Zoom o en Facebook en la área del comentario del video que hemos publicado.
Yes, that looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm going to continue after we're done. I need to, I don't know, guys, can you tell? I need to kind of cut a little bit of my rhinestones. I think I'm going to add some more color to my eyes. Vanessa, we have some lovely comments. Thank you, Leo. They said they love the look. Super inspired.
Thank you.
Haby wants to know if she could use eyeshadow for painting. Yes, if you use Vanessa's trick, right? Setting
Correct.
spray
Yes.
or water. The one I'm using, and I don't know, Vanessa, if you have a favorite, but I'm using Urban Decay's De-Slick. It's a good oil control after you're done. And setting spray is really awesome. Once you spray your face, it ensures that all your hard work will stay on your face.
Absolutely. Yes. I love the Urban Decay one. Fix Plus from MAC is also a great one.
And now Vanessa's adding some dimension with some blush. All right.
Yes. I'm going in with a little blush. And to finish it off, I am going to go in with some black shadow.
Okay. One of our followers on Facebook, Kathy Fellows, hi. She wants to know why make the half circles around your eyes. So what we're trying to do is we're inspired by the marigold flowers that Vanessa is wearing on her head. So you want to make little petals to emulate, to mimic the marigolds. Entonces, los círculos que están alrededor del ojo, los que son pequeñitos, son los pétalos de las mismas flores que tiene Vanessa en su cabello. All right, Vanessa, I'm ready for you to strike your final look.
Oh, yes. I am done. I just added a little gray and black just to give myself more of a nice contoured look. But I am all set.
Oh, stunning. Oh, it's strike
you.
Strike the pose. As she shifts, you can tell the glimmering of the Swarovski crystals. Beautiful. So while Vanessa is striking her lovely final look, I just want to thank everyone who joined us today. Estoy muy agradecido si es que nos acompañaron hoy. Les recuerdo que todos los videos van a estar en Facebook. Vamos a hacer una lista de todos los videos del día. So again, thank you so much. Just to remind you, I did tell you the next one is cooking. So vamos a comer, celebrating Dia de los Muertos. Our next session is with Chef Leticia Schwartz. And she's going to be doing a lovely demo inspired by the food that we eat during Day of the Dead. All right. So I just want to tell everyone that all our community days are made possible with generous support from our funders. Today's event got a lot of donations. If you are super inspired by our looks, feel free to shoot us over. And again, thank you again. Horizon Foundation is one of our funders, and they're making today possible. The next community day, like we mentioned earlier, is November 21st, Astrofest. All right. So we'll have all the information and more for you both on our Facebook and on our webpage. So again, Vanessa, thank you so much. Mil gracias, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's such an honor.
Look. We'll have pictures in our stories as well as on our Facebook. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope to see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.